All right, live Q&A now time. First up, Joshua Martinez using hashtag Cowboys like you all need to. What are the chances we hire Urban Meyer if Jason Garrett gets fired? I'm still not convinced Urban Meyer comes to the NFL. I'm not really convinced that's the case. He implied interest, but he also spoke in the past tense the entire time. So just keep that in mind. Reckless Matt, why don't we move LVE to Sam and Sean Lee to Will? Well, it doesn't really matter. Base sets, they haven't really played Sean Lee as a true off-hang Sam linebacker. LVE can play, what you would actually probably want to do is move Jalen Smith to Sam and put Lee at the mic, but it really only matters for the nickel sets. Like, that's where you're playing your most packages, and that's where you're using two linebackers. And at that point, Sam will go out the window. You've almost got two de facto inside linebackers who are Will and a Mike. So I'd put Jalen at the Sam more because he can blitz better. But I don't love Sean Lee at the Sam, but I don't think that's been the issue. I think the issue has been defensive line gets washed out on the interior. Linebackers can't shed their blocks. Alan Williams, what would you grade the Cowboys so far as they stand 5-4? A C. I think that feels right. It's about average. It's an 8-8 football league. And I swear the most fitting end to a Jason Garrett era in Dallas would be with an 8-8 season. I've been disappointed. It's not over yet. It could be a heck of a lot worse. You could be the Bengals. You could be any number. You could be the Browns, where you're even worse, not even at expectations. But I'm going to see. Everyone in the comments, let me know. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm curious where you guys stand and check in here. But I'm going C myself. All right, T Phoenix 455. Who on the team has been playing at an MVP level but won't win it besides Dak, because that's too obvious? Amari Cooper. Those are the only two guys. Cobb's had mistakes. All of the offensive linemen have gotten beat at various points here, which happens on the O-line, but Zeke certainly hasn't. Dak and Amari are your two MVP, or rather just even top 5 at their position caliber players so far this year. All right, Raul. I love his profile picture, by the way. Do you think Moore will figure out how to use Pollard and Zeke more creatively in the run and passing game? Here's the thing. Everyone take a drink. We've seen it already. It exists. I know it exists. We saw it early on in the year. We saw both Zeke and Pollard on the field together. 1 or 2 plays per game. We saw it in camp. It's there. The play calling, the scheme, it exists. It just doesn't show up in the games, or enough in the games, and frequently. It's just frustrating. So at this point, probably not. I'm going to maintain hope, but why would we expect change from this Cowboys team until we actually get real change? Alan Williams, who would you sign to back up Prescott if, God forbid, Prescott gets hurt? Would it be Kaepernick or somebody else? I'm going to sign myself to get myself a nice NFL paycheck and to ensure the Cowboys tank. Because if Prescott goes down, your season's over. There isn't a quarterback out there. It's not Kaepernick. Kaepernick might legitimately be your best option. He hasn't played in 3 years. It's not Clayton Thorson on your practice squad. I don't really trust Cooper Rush. I'll sign myself, I'll get the bag, and I'll make sure we lose games. That way, the Cowboys get a higher draft pick, and you can keep building around Dak Prescott once he gets back healthy. Also, no more questions about Prescott being hurt, producer Alicia. I don't want to speak that into the universe anymore. That feels like we're just setting up bad karma. I think that's a pretty bad idea. Ronald Patterson, why don't we play Thomas at linebacker more and save SL Sean Lee for the playoffs? I think you should play Joe Thomas more because he's better than Sean Lee, especially in coverage. Cowboys don't listen to me. That's been proven time and time again. Also, Sean Lee's actually been healthy, so that's nice, right? All right, Zach Taylor. When we fire Garrett, do we go after a defensive coach or an offensive coach? God, great question. I don't know. I think they'll go after both, but I don't think that there's going to be an only defense, only offensive mindset. Frankly, I think they will cast a very wide net here in their search for potentially their next head coach. All right, giveaway alert for you guys from our friends over at KASHIYAMA. It was just going to be a sports jacket. I got them to upgrade it for you guys because that's how awesome you guys are and loyal we are to the show. I appreciate it. It is now a custom-fitted suit, not just the jacket, It's the whole thing. You can't see my legs. The whole suit, all right? Go follow them on Instagram at Kashiyama Tailors. And, a bit slow so far. Still time to get that changed. If we get to 3,300 followers on Kashiyama's Instagram account, we will Venmo one of you $25 on Venmo. So I got some more subscribers or follower shout-outs here. Angel. That's a tough name, so I'm just going to say GR. DeAndre, Michael Tam, Leroy. That's just a bunch of numbers. That's weird. Tonson, that one was also pretty tough for me. And then Trendhouse, which is not a name, but it's a cool handle there. Thank you for following Kashiyama Tailors on Instagram. Go follow them. Chance to win a free custom fitted suit and $25 on Venmo if we hit that 3,300 mark. Leroy Pearson Jr. I got that right before. Damn. If everything goes right the rest of the way, do you think we can win 10 or 11 games? Absolutely. If everything goes right, you are sitting at worst, by the way, with 4 wins out of your next 5 games. Lions, Patriots, Bears, Rams. Or not Patriots, Bills, Bears, Rams. You are better than the Lions. You are better than the Bills. You are better than Trubisky and the Bears. And you should be better than the Rams as well. So you should win 4 of those games. That gets you to 9 wins with 2 games left to play. Eagles and then a bad NFC East team. You should be able to do it. Absolutely. AJ Mayer, should Kellen Moore do more trick plays? I always like a good trick play. I think what Kellen Moore should do is just let Dak sling it. It is working this year. I don't think you need to get cute. I don't mind trick plays, but the Cowboys kind of shot themselves. They tried it with Randall Cobb, right? It didn't go anywhere. I would just let Dak sling it. Use motion, use rub routes. He's looked great this year. Throw the football. It's working. Gabriel Estrada, what is the chance we get Lincoln Riley 1 to 10? I'm curious on this, so everyone in the comments watching right now on Facebook and on YouTube, let me know. Let me know what you think the chance is. 1 being pretty much nothing. 10, guaranteed it is a lock. I don't want to project false hope. I'm going to go with a 5 or a 4. He should be the top of the list. Here's the problem is that Lincoln Riley, he's got a great gig. Oklahoma, when you're Lincoln Riley and you've done nothing but win games, why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave? I see 6s, 5s, 4s. I think we're all kind of on the same page where it's about 50-50. I think that's about right. All right, Jay Sizzle. Why do we keep having slow starts in important games? Guys, if the Cowboys knew the answer, they wouldn't be having slow starts anymore. They just seem to come out a little bit flat. I think Dak takes a series or 2 to get really warmed up and going. Also, they're so committed to the run. I think if they used a lot more early down play action, it'd be a lot more successful. I think that they are a cautious team because their head coach is conservative, and it shows itself in the games, and that's a problem. Got a special deal for you guys here. It's chatsports.com/gift5. You want that awesome hoodie, right? Now, I didn't do my own shopping until I was in high school and college, and I'm not a very rich person, and I like to be cheap. I don't like paying lots of money, and hoodies are surprisingly expensive. Doesn't really make sense to me. There's not that much extra fabric. But that Cowboys hoodie right there, it is $35.99. It is 40% off only at chatsports.com/gift5. That is gift 5. Now, you see that we've gone through gift 4. There's also a gift 1, 2, and 3. There are other deals out there. That is gift 5, though. Go check them out. They're all 40% off. Chatsports.com/gift5. Get that awesome Cowboys hoodie for under $36. If I see a deal, I'm going to try to hook you guys up with it. All right, DM. I read somewhere there's some out there that think Connor Williams is playing out of position. What do you think? Well, he was a tackle at Texas. So, yeah, he was playing out of position. I think he's been fine at guard. Y'all think Connor Williams is Billy Price, and it blows my mind. But he is playing a little bit out of position, but I don't think he hasn't been bad. I got into a Twitter war because someone told me Connor Williams was playing as a solid starter, and that's a problem. What? If your problem is a solid starter, that means it's a coaching or something other issue there. All right, Reckless Matt with a great question. Where are the screens at? We barely run any. I mean, I don't know. They don't run them anymore. We saw them early in the year, and suddenly it's out of the playbook again. Like, I swear sometimes it's like the Cowboys coaching staff, they get together a game plan and go, this play worked really well. All right, save it for next week, and then they forget about it. And they go, oh, we lost the folder of all the good plays. It just kind of blows my mind. Maverick Cater, spot on here. Cater, excuse me. Should we run more stretch and toss besides up the middle every which play obviously isn't working? Yes. Zone stretches work, especially when you've got good athletes on the offensive line. Toss plays. I know it's a different team altogether. The Marion Barber toss play always worked. Like, that always worked. Now, not always. Obviously, there were some plays where it was a disaster because they ran it too much. But 3rd and 2, Marion Barber toss, it worked. I get that back in the playbook. Like, you have athletic offensive linemen. Get them in space. They keep running up the middle, even out of shotgun. Get to the edge. Make that happen. All right, Leroy Pearson back again with a Cowboys Jason Garrett replacement question. A name that has not come up as head coach. What do you think about Bill Cowher as Jason Garrett's replacement? I'm just going to answer this as all of the retreads. Bill Cowher, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Dungy. Guys, there's a reason those names don't come up. It's because Bill Cowher hasn't coached in 13 years. Or you can throw in Bill Parcells, Jimmy Johnson if you guys want there too. Like, it hasn't come up. It's not going to happen. Cowher's not coming out of retirement to coach the Cowboys. He's done. Jimmy Johnson, he's done. Tony Dungy, he's done. And frankly, I don't want a coach who hasn't coached in the past 13 or 10 plus years. Like, I don't think that's going to work. I want somebody new who has been involved in the actual coaching game. That's just me. Now, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. It's chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. Even with the issues for the offense, bet on the Cowboys this week to beat the Detroit Lions. They should win that game. Robert Sullivan, as this has just become the Cowboys play calling rant. What happened to the play action bootleg? I don't know. Things that work. Spreading out the defense. Play action. Outside zone runs. Getting Dak with his legs. I don't know what happened to him. Dak bailed you out on 3rd and long because he was dealing. The play calling wasn't that good. Jay Sizzle, think we could at least make the wild card? No. Your path to the playoffs is via the NFC East. You will not make the wild card this year. Because if you win enough games to make the wild card, you're going to win the NFC East. The Cowboys are 5-4. They're back of the Minnesota Vikings, and they lost a head-to-head tiebreaker. They ain't going to catch the Seattle Seahawks. Your easiest and almost only path to the playoffs is through the NFC East. Got to win that. Get yourself a home game in the first round of the playoffs, possibly against Seattle, or maybe you get lucky and it's Minnesota. I'd rather play Minnesota than Seattle again in the postseason. There you go. All right, Miguel, this one was a common one. If we use our fullback more, would Zeke be more successful? I mean, sure. What if I told you that Olawale's usage in terms of run blocking reps has actually been fairly consistent all year long? It's been about 4 snaps he's been into run block. The issue with adding a fullback is you bring somebody into the box. Like you are pulling all you're taking Randall Cobb out of the game. The cornerback goes out to follow him. The fullback comes in the game, and the linebacker's matched up against him. Now you negate that by utilizing Olawale more in the passing game, which we actually saw in the first 3 games of the year when Olawale had his biggest reps and actually ran 9 routes in that game. Hasn't run more than 5 since then. It's my theory right now, my operating theory, is the Dallas Cowboys didn't have Zeke at 100% for the first 3 games. Therefore, they got creative. They used the elements of the playbook they wouldn't always use to help make up for Elliott. Now that Zeke is back, he is their crutch. And they lean on him when they really shouldn't and don't need to because they don't trust or think they can get by otherwise. It's like you're coming off of a busted leg and you're still using that crutch because you don't trust it, when in reality, all you're doing is making things worse for yourself. Nathan King. What about Bob Stoops or Jason Witten as head coach? I at least understand the Bob Stoops side of it. I don't think he's coming to the NFL. I really don't think he is. Jason Witten, guys, this is not baseball, all right? You don't hire a person who's never coached as the head coach. You want to make him your tight ends coach? I'm in, sir. Let's do it. He'll be more impactful than he is right now as a tight end. But head coach? Bad idea. Now, I know we didn't get to all your questions. We had a lot of people watching. We only have a limited amount of time here. I apologize. If we did not get to your questions, hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. You can either DM me or tweet them to me. I'll respond. It is on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. If you missed anything on today's shows, the rumors, the preview, the injury updates, it's all coming up right now on Loop. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.